With the price of gold trading at a near all-time high, it's hard to imagine that it could go up much from where it is now. But in fact it can and likely will. But what about actually increasing by 2 times where the price is now? That is possible and will happen if the scenario I'm about to share with you pans out. Let's talk about it as we explore. Gold's price is near an all-time high. We're actually probably about $100 shy of it. But in fact, when accounted and adjusted for inflation, it still has quite a ways to go. Nonetheless, it could actually double from here, and would definitely if this scenario plays out. And that scenario is a hyperinflationary environment. And if you think that sounds ridiculous and crazy, well, it is. No question about it. But let's first think about what got us to the point where we're at now, where we can make a discussion about it, and a discussion that is more likely to happen now than ever before in the history of these United States. Well, number one, we have persistent and consistent inflation. It is increasing at a dramatic rate right now, no matter what the Federal Reserve has done. They could continue to hike rates, and that would likely squash the economy and cause us to go into a tailspin. They're not going to do that. They will likely cut rates at some time during this year or maybe early next. There's a debate about that, but inflation has been persistent. And not only that, but government under acts of Congress have increased spending in dramatic flare. We are now adding about $1 trillion to the debt every 100 days. It's insanity. And we're at a time now where we are seeing our debt to GDP ratio higher than it has ever been in peacetime. And these are concerning scenarios that we find ourselves in, especially with a real estate market that is in trouble and a world economy that's in trouble, where the United States dollar, which is the strongest of all the currencies out there, it is only being propped up because of the weakness of the other currencies that we find in the world. And so this is why it likely could see that the dollar could lose ground against other currencies because of de-dollarization, and the only thing really propping it up now is the other rounds of quantitative easing where these dollars have been spread across the world, and other nations are seeing it as a safer alternative. Not the safest, but the safer alternative to the inflation that is happening in those countries of massive amounts. And hyperinflation is a scenario where, as defined, 50% increase in prices every month. That's a dramatic thing. We're seeing, in comparison, 0.3, 0.4% month after month. So that's a big difference, no question. We're a long ways off from that happening. However, with a debt pushing close to $35 trillion and deficit spending like we're doing, it would not take a whole lot for people to lose faith and confidence in the dollar here in the United States, but more importantly around the world. With de-dollarization scaled up, well, we could see a massive loss in faith in the U.S. dollar, and that could cause a hyperinflationary scenario, which would be quite dramatic. But we're in a time like no other, with gold reaching all-time highs on a continual basis. Yet the mining sector, as measured by the HUI index, is trading as if gold was under $600 an ounce. This provides a huge opportunity for investment in general. Specifically, we can take a massive step further. But let's take 2 steps instead into New Zealand. New Zealand is home to 2 regions of great potential for gold discovery. Rua means 2 in the Maori language, native to the area. New Zealand has a history of gold discoveries going back to the 1860s in an incredible, safe, Tier 1 jurisdiction with super high-grade gold targets. Rua Gold, with a U.S. ticker symbol NZAUF, is the sponsor of this video, and they are positioned in 2 gold districts with rich history and grade levels that are almost unheard of. Rua Gold is a private company, has been ramping up, and now they have gone public. They are ready to take advantage of 50 years of inactivity on both islands. The timing is perfect, as there is political and logistical support for drilling now. The chairman of Rua Gold, Oliver Lennox King, is one of the richest people in New Zealand, and he's the largest shareholder. Robert Eckford left Aris Mining as a chief financial officer and gave up a very comfortable salary to join Rua because he sees the potential. Mario Vetro was the co-founder of K92 Mining and has a lot of experience. He is the director. Tyron Breitenbach is the director nominee, who has extensive experience and is the glue that pulls it all together. He is also a geologist. The other geologist on board is Chief Operations Officer Simon Henderson, who used to work for Newmont. He will be in charge of finding the gold there, and he has a history of discovering gold in the past on the North Island. So the North Island has the Hauraki gold field. The region has proven itself with discoveries, and Rua Gold recently acquired a massive expanse of property to explore and drill for gold. On the South Island is Riften Goldfield that has much of the same history as Hauraki. But Rua Gold owns 50% of the district now, with 3 permits already in effect. It is in the advanced exploration stage. They own 4 past-producing mines with rich deposits and will continue to drill at depth beyond where it had been stopped before. All of the infrastructure is there, and within 2 years, they will be pulling gold out of the ground. The grades in these 2 districts are almost unheard of, and in a world where grades are declining, and that's an amazing thing to realize, especially that they're ready to go and will start very soon. Since New Zealand is largely untapped with modern mining techniques, the properties we're talking about are untested at normal mining depths, which provides an extra layer of massive potential. Huge insider investing in Rua Gold with the chairman Oliver Lennox King as the largest shareholder, and Eric Sprott, who is a self-made billionaire mining investor, has invested in the company. Peter Marone, former Yamana Gold founder and chair, is an investor as well. There's an opportunity here with massive discoveries in New Zealand that we've never seen before. Rua Gold is the company. Do your own research on Rua Gold, understand the risk and possible rewards. I'm going to post a link to the website in the comments section down below. But do your own due diligence on this company and understand the risks and the rewards. But gold could still go up and likely will go up. And I think it potentially could go up above the all-time highs, even adjusted for inflation, if we continue to see the things that are occurring now. We may not see hyperinflation anytime soon, but if they do all the wrong things, well, we're going to get there. There's no question about it. But even if they do some of the right things, well, there's only so much politicians in the United States can do to prevent other nations around the world from accumulating gold and de-dollarizing. And that's likely going to cause the price to go up. And with other geopolitical factors that are at play right now, the world is a powder keg, and that's going to bode well for gold prices. And any other black swan event that could come our way is going to mean higher gold prices. Gold is a metal that has proven itself as a hedge and a store of value time and time again. That's not going to stop anytime soon, no matter what. So I think we're on course to see higher prices. And inflation doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon. But a hyperinflationary environment definitely will double gold and probably do it in a hurry, because gold is mostly priced in dollars. Imagine a hyperinflated dollar that is going to do nothing but just skyrocket the gold price. It'd be very interesting to see. And even though it is unlikely, well, it's more likely now than ever before in the history of the United States and world. Let me know what your thoughts are about this situation and about gold and its price. And I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.